It's true. But they're not being ripped out of the ground.
Yeah.
What's in the ground?
Oh, I just had property damage done. Basically, somebody,
So, welcome back to the crown of the Oathbreaker as you scour the continent for these torques that you have understood will bring back the arcane tower, which was not there when you last visited. Now we did a bit of retcon for the torque that the Queen was wearing, and one of the properties of the torques is that it tells you there's a torque within 20 miles, basically the one hex around it. And one of the reasons you came here was because of this line here that you discovered for the location of one of the torques. And that screams Harveston. But you got here, and there's no torque within 20 miles of here, so who knows what's up with that, but we'll find out. And you discovered Harveston is it was a farming town. Pinky perhaps visited here a few times with his family before bad stuff happened to his family. And place is packed. There's refugees scoured here from everywhere. If it's going to matter, everything is difficult terrain because you're just pushing through people, completely overcrowded. And worse yet, some of the king's forces are here, the queen's forces, and they're demanding an exorbitant amount of money, or they're going to start knocking from door to door to door, collecting it by any means necessary. And that is where we left it off. So, nephews and nieces, what would you like to do?
Is there like a place here where is there like a tavern anywhere people would gather, like everyday people?
That would be the Kicking Bull Tavern. This one over here. That would be the place.
And then outside of game, there's I think you had mentioned that there's the Queen's troops that are around here, gathering like supplies and stuff.
They're collecting taxes.
Gotcha. Okay.
I think they wanted 600 gold, if I remember correctly from last session. Or they started breaking into people's houses.
Yeah, 312 gold pieces is what they want.
300.
That is a crazy amount of money. Maybe if you took I don't know. It's a lot. I always use the example of sometimes peasants will work for coppers a day doing backbreaking work in the sun. The 312 is quite a bit. And there's soldiers wandering throughout this camp. Yeah, but to answer the question, yes, Kicking Bull Tavern would be the place.
I mean, it's where pissed off people would probably go.
It'd probably be wise for us probably to go around the perimeter of the town instead of going through it, since we are wanted people.
Yeah.
Is nephew prisoner still with us or no?
Your prisoner is Melier.
Oh yeah, I guess maybe ask him. What do you think?
Well, there's a lot of them. This is what happened in South Keep, right? Some people were loyal to the Queen. Some people were not loyal to the Queen. Given the fact that they're collecting taxes, given the fact that they're overwhelmingly outnumber us, I don't think a full-on assault is going to be the way to go. Something more subtle, perhaps.
So are they here like occupying this place, or are they just looking to get money and fuck off somewhere?
Make an insight check to see if you can get a read on one of the soldiers as he wanders by you, or she wanders by you. First roll of the night. You get this more occupying. Nothing else. They've taken over a few buildings and taken up residence in there, and of course that gives them protection from the rain as well. It's a bit of both.
Do you know anything? Could it be? How important are the officers when it comes to the loyalty? I mean, are these men more loyal to their officers, perhaps, than to the Queen, or were they very much all pro-Queen when this division occurred?
My opinion, soldiers are just average guys. It's a good, stable job. It can bring in money. I don't think their allegiances would go one way or the other. They're following the gold, basically.
Okay.
Maybe we should go through the city or through the town and see what's people, where they are, like spirit-wise. Maybe they will fight them.
I mean, these are refugees. I don't think they're gonna make much of a difference.
Maybe
I'm not looking to get these people slaughtered here.
Yeah, maybe if we could convince the officers, or maybe do something to the officers, then we could maybe convince the men that they don't want to change sides.
I mean, I feel like that might just cause them to murder all of us and then the townspeople. I mean, we're that far outnumbered. I don't know if violence is the immediate go-to here.
Well, I mean, we could just convince. The first move would be to try to convince the officers rather than murder them. But
Could
I think we need to take a look around the town before we try to form a plan here.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
fact that they
Yeah,
don't
let's
know
let's
who
let's
we
take
are
a let's try to take a jaunt around.
Let's
Or
let's
at least
not do something we might regret.
Yeah, there's no
Let's
point. We
take
have no
that.
idea what's going on here, really, aside from the guards. So let's try
well,
to get a lay of the
yeah,
land.
that's what I meant. Like, just
Yeah,
get
yeah.
how people are. Like, are they ready to fight? Are they ready to run? You know.
All right, fair enough.
Um, you take a meander around the town, keeping your head down, and you don't look out of place because everybody's got their head down. This rain is no doubt breaking people's spirits. So a lot of depressed, and as you push through this massive refugees. Some of them have tents that they've set up here. Some of them lean up against buildings. It is very, very overcrowded. There is a temple of the Eternal Mother. One of these ones. And if you remember, the Queen has outlawed pretty much all religions. So this temple over here is boarded up and closed. And the Eternal Mother is like Mother Nature, right? Which is a very obvious place for farmers to worship, right? It's Mother Nature, and crops and all that stuff. Tell you what, why don't we make a group investigation check as you wander around, and I'll give you information accordingly. So everybody make me an investigation check, please.
Have we had a long rest, by the way?
Yes, consider yourself long rested.
Okay, so people who like Huel, do you still have your
Thank
heroic
you.
inspiration?
I do not, thank you.
You get one. Uncle, do you still have your heroic inspiration?
I do.
All right. Let's see. Pinky, do you have your heroic inspiration?
I do.
All right. Willow and Skame, you both get one.
Okay.
Just in
Sounds good.
case. All right.
We're getting great rolls.
Yeah.
Don't
So the-
know shit.
So the 2 kind of cancels out the 22. Yeah, we're looking at an average roll of about 8, is what I'm going to call that as you try and gather information. As you're wandering around, though, trying to work out what's going on, it's hard though because refugees are pushing against you. They're jostling you. It's hard to do anything. But as you cross up against this stable here, somebody. Let me roll a d6. 5. Skame. Somebody comes up behind you, and in fact, 3 people come up behind you. Let's say Skame, Pinky, and Hyol, and they all clamp their hands around you as if to silence you. And then one of them puts his fingers up to his lips and says, "Shh." Who was this guy?
Oh, nephew Grin.
Just say.
Grin.
Well, let's see if I know
Grin
you
was
know,
with us.
Doug.
Oh,
Let's see if anybody else gets it. See who's paying attention. Who's Grin, guys, apart from Doug?
I recognize the name. Was he at the tour? No, not the tour.
no, not the tour.
Grin?
He's on the screen, Gren.
Grin. Oh, hang on.
One's scanning
want a
their
hint?
notes.
I don't have it in my notes.
Actually, I'll give them a hint. Here's a good hint. Here's a hint.
Oh, at the zoo.
Yep.
But
Was it like something faces? Is that the same people who help us? Leader of. No, that was different.
He was the one in the cart with us? Was that the guy in the cart?
Ren was.
there you
Yep.
go.
Yeah, okay.
In the cart? Oh,
Yeah, when the queen, when we had a run.
Oh, when we were ambushed.
Yeah, he was.
When the
Yeah, he
queen
was
lit
the
us
guy
on
with
fire.
us. Yeah.
Right.
So Gran is on their team.
Yeah, he was
Well-
the one on our side. They seemingly fucked him over, but
Yeah. He was the guy who was like our contact at that point, and then he got like royally screwed over. I'm surprised he's alive, but all right.
What was
Taurus
Terrace's
turned us
role?
in with Grin.
Yeah. Because remember, Terrace set you up with the way to get out of the city in the troop transport. They arrived guard outfits, and as soon as you're about to leave, the ambush started. So
And Grin was his right-hand man.
Grin was his right-hand man. And they're members of the Uncanny Vagabonds. I'm assuming Grin's not going to have too positive an opinion about Terrace. But yes, Grin was an Uncanny Vagabond, and betrayed like you guys by Terrace. Because, as I said, I think that's 2,000 gold pieces per head for you guys alive and 1,000 dead. So
yeah.
perhaps two.
I feel like
two-
we had a good insight on him as well. I feel like he was pretty solid as far as we can tell.
The two
All right,
other people.
I'll just go along with whatever they're doing.
Two other people is Morgan and Whispering Winds. One a Dragonborn, one a Tabaxi, one obviously a minstrel. You're not quite sure who or what Morgan's story is, but he's there. And they politely drag you back. They instantly tell Uncle.
All right,
to
wait,
be
which one's
quiet.
holding me though?
Let's see. 1 to 3. The second one, Morrigan.
Damn.
Take you back inside the stable. And there's some people in there as well. There's people holding things like pitchforks, holding things like scythes, holding things like shovels, holding things like spades. But they don't look like warriors. They don't really know what they're doing. And some of them are really too young to get involved in stuff like this, like 12, 13, 14, too young. And some of them are too old, 70, 80, maybe even older. So this is the forces that perhaps Gren has gathered. It doesn't inspire confidence. But Gren says, all right, we can talk freely here. I imagine you're as surprised to see me as I am to see you.
Little bit, yeah. How'd you get here? What happened? Like after we split?
Well, I went back to the monster menagerie to try and confront Terrace, that SOB. Remember how he gave you all the speech about how he's going to be loyal to you, how he could get, 12,000 gold pieces by turning you in, and using that as some type of bargaining chip. It was all some subtle ruse to get you in a place where you know you couldn't escape. So I ran, got back there, he wasn't there, he could be anywhere. So, what's been happening with you guys?
Talking to dragons and going to weird, sad, depressing shadow places.
It's been a rough
the dome's gone, by the way.
Yeah, we saw that.
You
Was
know?
that you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was pretty cool.
Can't say I'm not impressed. Well, you're here. Are you another one of the refugees, or have you got other things you need to do? I mean, I'm just here helping out as best we can. I've got Morrigan here. I've got Whispering Winds here. And we've got you guys. So what are you doing here? Refugees? Liberators? Passerbys? What is it?
We got some goals, some objectives, but it's going to take some time. Seeing the situation, I would like to help out a little bit. Just kind of trying to suss out what's exactly is going on around here.
Refugees and an occupying force. It's not a complicated situation, but it's getting more complicated by the day. Those Queen's Guards, they want 312 gold pieces from the locals. Of course, we can make this all go away if you have 312 gold pieces.
Well, if they happen to get the gold, then what? Like, then what do they? The next day they want 624, and then the next day they want what? Like, how long does that go on? You know?
Yeah,
I'm all for tiding them over for maybe a day to maybe figure something out, but they can't continue. You know?
you're right. I mean, if we assume the Queen is a reasonable person, then perhaps this will cover it, and that'll be the end of it. He says sarcastically.
Yeah. So let's skip that part and.
Well, let's hear it then.
Is there like a leader here, or?
Yeah, his name's Philip Ramar. He is the captain of these lads.
Is that the leader of the captain of the troops or the leader of the town?
Captain of the troops. Captain of the troops. So the head honcho of the occupying force. So if we're not paying off this taxes, what's the next option? Are we resorting to violence? Is that what you're suggesting?
Well, they wanted it by when? Tomorrow?
24 hours is the deadline.
What's the sentiment in the town? Would people fight them?
Maybe. And you look around and there are, as I said, people who are too young or too old, wielding things like shovels, pickaxes, farming tools, that sort of stuff, scythes. But they're no warriors.
The fellow we have with us.
Bren?
Was he
Melia.
the guy was he an officer or is he just a rank and file soldier?
I'm just rank and file, friend.
Okay.
This guy, Melia.
Okay. So I don't know. I mean, we could try to talk about, talk maybe to the officers because maybe they don't know us. So maybe we could, the people of us who have like some sort of social skills could try to talk to maybe the lieutenants and the officers and see if there's a weak link, someone who might be willing to
Wait,
if we help them out,
Grant, do they know about us and about bounty on our head?
Yeah, considering how big of a bounty we have on our heads, what are the odds that they actually know?
They're not gonna talk to us. If they know bounty, they're gonna basically sell us out and get the money. I don't think there's a. Do they know about bounties?
Bounty situation is an Odin beer. Your name is broadcast every hour upon the hour. But of course, it's not like someone has snapped an iPhone picture of you. It's, descriptions of all of you. Like,
Yeah, everybody knows the heathens here use Samsung Galaxies.
Oh, not Google Pixel? What?
They knocked on the door.
Just a sec, guys. Just a sec.
They knocked on the door. They asked, is it okay if they can use the basketball hoop? So I ran to your door, but then I didn't want to disturb you, even though then I just realized you're in work. So then I went outside to Nathan. I'm like, hey Nathan.
Maybe they have
there's
wanted
this
posters.
guy
I don't
outside,
know.
And he asked,
Is Nathan and them playing with them?
I
yeah.
haven't heard him. I haven't seen him
Okay,
yet.
let's talk to them.
We'd have to get our own copy, of course, if we get wanted posters. 'Cause that's
Sorry,
pretty
just
cool.
a sec, guys. I'm soloing the kids, so I just need to sort out something really quick. I'll be right back.
Sure.
All right, no worries. So let's say we're not wanted. What would you guys? I mean, would you be up for maybe having someone try and talk to like the captain and maybe his sergeants or something like that?
I mean, you're assuming that we're not wanted, but I mean, if we do have someone go up to them, I don't think it should be one of us. Maybe it should be Melier, since he is kind of like a soldier who's kind of defecting a little bit, and since he's not wanted.
Yeah,
But
but
if you-
these guys are locked up Milliar in the pit. So
Yeah, they will know him.
that's-
No, it wasn't these guys. It was a different regiment.
Oh, was it?
This is like
Okay.
This is a completely different regiment than the regiment that was at South Keep.
Oh, I thought it was they were traveling
yeah.
through. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought
Okay.
this was like the remnants or something. Yeah, okay.
And
We
then
could
there's
try-
another gamble for us to consider is that these troops could have been out and about when the Queen took over, so they might not even have been to Odinbeer yet to hear our names, to even know we're wanted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
Well,
that's an assumption, because if we show ourselves to one of these people, then I mean that's a huge risk to where they might see us and possibly know about us and just send all their troops on us.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's a risk.
I
The-
don't want
the
to
issue-
like.
The issue for me is that it's a risk that if it doesn't pan out, we're kind of like we're out of options, you know? Like
Well, here's another option. So I don't want to metagame because Pinky will not be not that bright. So, but I would assume that commander might actually be more in the know than soldiers. So maybe soldiers didn't hear, but commander might know. Because technically there should be communications. That's how I'm imagining. So maybe I'm completely wrong, but there should be some sort of communication between commander and his superiors, right?
Just base that on real life. Is there communication in all aspects?
Yeah. He probably doesn't have our descriptions. I think that's what the DM was saying, Malcolm was saying, is that it's unlikely that he might. So we could at least have a chit chat. If it's just one of us, I mean, if we move up as a group, he'll be like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
Goliath,
other option is cut the head of the snake. Maybe we cannot take out all of them, but we can sneak into the commander's camp tent and kill him.
Yeah. So maybe say if someone could talk to him first, and then maybe like one of his sergeants, or like a lieutenant, his second in command, is like, well, I'm not cool with this or whatever, something like that. But we have to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it would have to be someone with some social ability, because that's not Skate.
Oh, not Pinky.
If there's no Hellhound Knights with them, it's probably a good assumption they haven't been back to Odinbeer to see the state of how bad the city is. So
That's
maybe
a good
we
call.
just reveal the truth to them with somebody that can use some persuasion or something, like niece or nephew Hyol, or maybe both of them together, and then just tell the truth, like, hey, your so-called queen is doing this and Odinbeer's the shit. Do you really want to follow it? And maybe we can just convert them.
But would they believe us? We are nobodies for them.
I mean, we have Melior with us to talk about Southkeep, so he might
Oh,
be able to
true.
help.
Yeah.
We should probably talk to Melior to see how feasible that strategy could be. Because like how amenable does he think like the average like soldier would be to basically perform what do you call this? To basically perform rebellion, like insurrection
Mutiny.
or sedition.
Oh, well, as Melia says, well, as I said, a lot of these guys are just here for the gold to make money for their family. Maybe they got a young family. Well, my experience is they don't care about the cause. They care about the paycheck, and they care about that. When fights coming, you're not fighting for the glory of the kingdom. You're fighting to save the friend right next to you, right? These guys are not political. They're financially motivated.
Yeah, it might be worth it to figure out like what they feel about the what do you call this? The refugee situation. As my understanding is that we're seeing like a bunch of refugees coming in, right?
How much money do we have in our party?
Yeah, because we have a lot of money and we don't really have any reason to spend it, right?
We can't 300 whatever. Like that's not the issue. The issue is that okay, if we pay that off, what about tomorrow when they come back and oh now we want 600?
Recently changed
You know?
the passcode.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, but maybe we could pay them off. We could say, hey, look, you know, we could say we can provide money for the soldiers directly, sort of like in return for protecting Harveston, perhaps, or something like that. They sort of do a bit of both, convince them to be against the queen, and we can also provide some money for their pockets.
I mean, we could try.
I mean, maybe before we actually make a move, someone could just have a chit chat and just get an idea of what their mood is.
Well, maybe we should go to the tavern, like you all suggested, and ask, or maybe Gran knows.
Yeah, we've been to 5% of the town. I think we should still go around and see what's going on.
Yeah, I agree.
Like we're still way too early to figure out a plan here.
Yeah, the issue with talking to the guards is it's almost like an all or nothing play. Like if we do it and we F up, we're SOL here. Let's get our bearings here first before we pass the point of no return.
Yeah, we have like no information right now other than there's soldiers that want money.
Yeah, I'm not the best at talking, but maybe Hyol or whoever is better at talking also find out if they've been to the city and if they know what atrocities Queen is doing, just to see, like, gauge where.
Right, but before that, let's take a walk around the town before we commit to the soldier plan.
No, I'm saying like maybe we'll just hear what the soldiers saying around. Like,
sure.
You know, like there also. Yep.
Melior pipes up and says, well, I'd suggest we go to the Kicking Bull Feast Hall. There's maybe more soldiers are there, maybe. I suspect so. I mean, I'm not sure the well has one dried at the moment. But hypothetically, if we were to take the talking route, who would be the talker amongst you? And I'm going to suggest that I go along with you. I could just some token story about a lost soldier. My troop was slaughtered by some bandits. Any type of excuse. And I do wear the Queen's armor. So I'd suggest that me and someone else would talk. My question is, who is that someone else?
It's probably going to be me and Hyol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely not me.
Alright, so let's keep that in our back pocket. Renal and Hyol and Melior. Okay, so you head over to the Kicking Bull Feast Hall, and just get a read on what's going on there. Let's do a group insight check. So everybody roll insight, please.
Oh, jeez.
Oops, that was wrong.
Pretty good, actually. All right. Okay. There is a lot of soldiers there. They're drinking it up. And there's mostly soldiers in here. Actually, about half soldiers, half people just crammed in because even people gotta get out of the rain somehow. But you do spot one soldier who looks like this, and he's not, yucking it up with his other soldiers. He's at the bar quietly staring at an ale in front of him that he takes a sip of every now and then. But he is not playing. He's not, goofing around nearly as much as everybody else. So that's the one thing you notice.
Does he look like unhappy with what's going on? Like he doesn't like, does he look like he's I'm all business, and like what's his demeanor?
Is he all like, I'm all business and business is boom?
Your insights were actually pretty good. Nah. I'm gonna say he's all you can pick up is that he's got a different demeanor to the other soldiers. The other soldiers seem to be A, happy out of the rain, and B, drinking, and so he's not in the same mood.
Well, shall we?
Yeah, I'm good. Outside of him, there's really nothing sort of like memorable about anything else.
Soldiers being soldiers.
What about the townsfolk? Do they look like they're put upon? Do they look like they're being treated well?
They look broken. I mean, it wasn't badly enough with the midnight curse and the rain. Now they're occupied and asking for money that they probably don't have. And as I said, the occupying force here is quite large. So to stage a revolution would be hard. So they're broken. Like, the soldiers start demanding free ale, which you can't do, but the barkeep just brings them free ale. A lot of them have just given up.
So in this, there's enough soldiers here that like reasonably not every soldier would know each other. Would that be fair to assume?
Yeah, it's big enough. Yep, like about 50 or so, and a group of 50 not gonna know everybody in depth. So, yeah.
And then a wide variety of species among the soldiers.
Yeah. Well, predominantly human. Mikan is a
human, like human dwarf.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Might have an idea for talking to this guy.
All right. It looks like nobody else is kind of like remarkable or like. So if you have an idea, then
yeah. Is there I'm assuming there's like a bathroom somewhere?
Oh.
I'm gonna wander into the bathroom.
Okay.
I'll slip on the doppelganger mask, and I'll make myself look like a kind of grizzled dwarf. Big
Wondering why
beard.
you're going to the bathroom for. I mean, this is usually things that happens in D&D without everybody having to state it, but I understand now. Yep, so a grizzled dwarf of the Queen's Army.
I mean, I've probably been holding it, so I'd probably go number 1, but after that, I would put the mask on.
All right, okay. And yep, a grizzled dwarf of the Queen's Army. Cool.
All right, I'll just kind of go up to the bar, grab a flagon, and I'll just kind of wander up to him, just kind of stand there and drink, and then I'll just kind of be like, "It's fucking bullshit."
What's bullshit, mate?
All this, what are these all these assholes doing? Are they on recess?
You're talking about the people drinking and partying, basically.
Yeah, just the soldier bros.
Yeah, the soldier bros. Yeah, they're in. Let's just say they're enjoying the occupation more than I am. What's your name, friend? Mikan's mine.
Randall.
Randall. Nice to meet you. And he raises his glass. Long live the Queen.
Yeah, long live the Queen.
Tick.
What is just shit? What? Every night, just like, what are we doing here? You know?
Yeah, what are we doing here? Sometimes I question it, you know? I mean, I signed up this to provide for my family. I assume you did too. I don't remember harassing farmers being part of the deal, though. Just doesn't sit right with me, you know?
No, fairly sure my family's dead because of these fuckers, but what the hell else am I gonna do, you know?
I hear you. But orders are orders, right? Disobeying the orders is treason. And let's just say the Queen is not the forgiving type for such a crime.
No, but I mean, as far as I hear, things haven't been going so well in the city.
Yeah? What's been happening in the city?
Well, from what I hear, their protection's gone. Heard a couple of guys talking about it out front.
The protection? What do you mean?
Oh, they had that huge dome.
Oh, the dome.
It ain't there anymore.
You know what happened with that?
I don't know. Probably politics. Who the hell knows? Apparently, they just have wolves running around out there.
Politics.
Just burning everything.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think if enough of these people. Look at these guys. You think if the town rose up, they'd really be able to? I don't know. I don't like our chances either way.
Make a persuasion check, yo.
I'll use luck.
Sure.
And you should have inspiration.
Take a 19.
Like 19 is good. That's what you stupid. Maybe I can talk to the Captain Prollop. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard because, if he says, no, the orders are orders. Treason, off with your head. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I think I might think on it. These friggin' idiots. I don't know. I don't think their chances here are that good. But anyways, I'll leave you to it.
Look, you've made some sense. I'm gonna suggest it to Captain Pollock that this is not what it's all about, but I gotta do it subtly so not to lose my head. Any advice, friend?
Just make them aware that the Queen's supposedly just not doing too well, These people, probably just not worth the time. What's probably not worth the time, not worth the energy.
I'll wait here 5 minutes, friend. If I'm not back, I'm a dead man. But, shit, can't abide by this. And Mikan goes to one of the...
I'm gonna give him bardic inspiration.
All right. So Mikan goes to one of the buildings that the Captain Prollop has commandeered, and he's going to make a persuasion check. I'm going to have you roll this. You roll this, Yol. He's got a +0 for his charisma, so +0 to persuasion. So roll a d20 and add your bardic onto it. Oh, so did you roll it? No, it's a flat d20 plus your bardic. I'm asking you to roll it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I gotta. I'm sorry. I was muted. I asked, can I use my inspiration to reroll that?
No.
Okay.
What's your bardic?
D8.
D8.
All right. I mean, slightly above average.
Mikan comes back. He's walking with a bit of a limp. Well, friend, that perhaps could have gone better. I think I made some good points, but at the end of the day, he's not interested. He's going to take more convincing than a nobody like me. I do think he's convincible, though, just not by me.
Okay. I have a few contacts around. Let me speak here. I'll follow up with you before we leave.
All right.
And I'll wander back over.
Sure. Being with the group.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's me. I know I look like a dwarf, but just hear me out. I think I at least got this guy on our side. He thinks the captain might be convincible.
Huh. All right. Yeah, we
gonna-
just need to figure out more ways to show that it's not worth it to be dicks to the peasantry. But yeah,
I'm gonna
we
shoot.
I think we can definitely look around town more, see what else we can find going around.
Grim.
Yeah, we do have time. We have time, so we don't have to
do.
immediately spring a thing.
Grin. There's Grin. Oh, Grin watches you and says, "Look, if it comes to blow, I pray that it doesn't. But you've got the backing of myself. I mean, you saw during the Battle of the Gate that I'm not inept with a weapon. And we have Morrigan, a sorcerer of some renown, and Whispering Winds, a bard of some renown. Use us as you will, but you have the support of the Uncanny Vagabonds." By the way, word got out about what Taris did. One thing the Uncanny Vagabonds don't do, we think of ourselves as a family, as a group, people who get together, people who has each other's back. Taris betrayed everything that we stand for. So, by defect, by by his own actions, he's no longer a member of the Uncanny Vagabonds, and I think it's fair to say that I am the new leader. I pledge my support with the 3 vagabonds we have here. We will have your back if it comes to that.
Do you have any other insight as to like who we might talk to amongst the townsfolk who could give us more of the lay of the land?
Yeah, is there any other notable places in town where people might be worth speaking to?
I just had a thought. Maybe because we're trying to convince people, we could sort of indirectly try and, let's say, warm them up a bit. Maybe have, because I mean, Huel, are you able to turn back into yourself, or is it like once a day that you can do the dwarf thing?
I mean, I can cast Disguise Self, but I don't want to keep blowing my spell slots on it.
Okay, because I was thinking that maybe we could have a bard. Maybe one of the uncanny vagabonds is a bard apparently. Maybe have someone just set up and start singing a song about the horrors that the queen has committed, or in a tale, or something like that, to try and get a certain mood going.
I feel like that's a good way to get the bard kill.
Yeah, maybe not something
Well,
so
it
on
doesn't
the
have to be
nose about how.
anti-
I mean,
all right.
if yeah,
Sure.
I don't know. I mean, I get it's maybe not so about how bad the queen is because they're her people.
Yeah, maybe about it doesn't have to be like an attack song or something. But it could be a song about I don't know, just
Whispering Winds,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
bard of the Uncanny Vagabond, says, "Look, this country has seen many people stand up for what is good, what is right. We had Sareth, who broke the moon to stop the age of the Dark Angels. We have Arlen the Constructor and the First King, who overthrew the brutal theocracy that failed. These people know of the history of this land, about people rising up. So maybe if somebody could accompany me, we can sing songs about Sareth and how she was brave and stood up to the oppressors. We can sing songs of Arlen the Constructor and the First King about how they stood up to the theocracy. It's not an attack on the Queen. It's remembering how little people can make big changes."
Well, yeah, something like that. Well, maybe,
Excuse me, excuse me 1 second. I'll run back to the bathroom and I just go back to me.
Yep.
While Heel does that, I'm gonna shoot a look at Pinky. Oh, nephew, remember, don't drink too much right now in case the shit goes down.
Are you wagging your finger at him as well?
I am.
Pinky
Yeah.
just he's been like while you guys talking, he's been kind of pounding beers. He's just like, "Brr,
Make a
okay,
const-
I'll
make a-
try."
Make a Constitution saving throw at advantage, Pinky.
All right.
22's fine. You
Yeah.
knock back beers. No problem.
He's like, okay, Uncle Vixen.
Pace yourself. Pace yourself.
And then he just starts nursing the same mug.
So, says Whispering Winds, so Renal, Hugol, perhaps you could accompany me and we can sing these songs.
Yes, at your service.
Yeah, sure. Always happy to accompany another musician.
Well, since we're here in the Kicking Bull Hall anyway, let's sing a song. Her performance is a +6.
I'm gonna give her and Renell each a bardic.
Okay.
Well, it looks like it's me and you, Renell.
Oh, I'm gonna join. I'm just giving them
sure.
inspiration for it.
Who is going to take the lead on these songs?
I mean,
Renell.
I'll do it. I'll do
Yeah.
it. since I still have my heroic.
Yeah, I'm a rhythm guy, so I like to kind of get the vibe first.
Yeah. So I'll take out my lyre and start singing with accompaniment about like those particular songs of like freedom and like fighting for your, all of the inspirational stuff.
Whispering Winds picks up on it and she starts playing counter melodies. She has a lute of herself. And then Hjoll, you pick up on the rhythm and start drumming away. Is that right?
Yep.
So, Whispering Winds is doing her best to support you, Renal. So you can roll at advantage a performance check and put the DM inspiration. 22. Okay, and the bardic inspiration.
D8.
Yep.
28.
28 is pretty fantastic.
This is something I feel strongly about.
Yeah, so you sing the songs of Sareth, how she started the defeat of the Dark Angels, breaking the moon. You talk about Arlen, how he overthrew the brutal theocracy that followed, and even some of the soldiers take a moment to listen to it, and you see them smiling, and as of they're good memories. It's memories about how people overcome, and we'll say game. As they're singing the songs, and we'll say you sing it in several places around town, because the soldiers are enjoying it, so they're not going to get in your way. You notice some of the peasants are the way they stand and the way they hold themselves and the way they have the shovel in their hand. You can tell there's a group of seasoned soldiers here. It's not just the ragtag that Gren put together. There's some decent soldiers here. So that's you learn that there are some decent soldiers here on this touring troop.
Just amongst the refugees, let's say.
Mix of the refugees and the people of Harveston anyway. There's a whole mix of it's mostly refugees, like 75% refugees.
Do they just sort of spread around, or do they seem to be coalescing, or?
Oh, they spread around.
Just spread around, okay.
Like an impression like they give up on the soldier life and went to farm or raise a family, something like that. But they're veterans, I think is the word I'm looking for.
Right. I will let the group know about that. And how are they reacting to the song, the performance?
Everybody loves it. I mean, 20, I think it says in the DM guide, DCs of 30 or higher are next to impossible. So rolling a 28 on a performance is a pretty stellar performance. As I said, soldiers stop drinking and listen to the songs. As you start wandering around the town singing these songs, people follow, and some of the people that follow are soldiers. It's a fantastic performance. Well done, Renal. Well done, Hjoll. And well done, Whispering Winds, of course.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
Okay. Yeah. And the officers, because I mean, who do they have here as their officer? Do they just have a captain and then maybe 2 lieutenants or something, whatever, something like that? This group of soldiers.
There is just a captain and his troops, which is this guy, Prolip Ramere. But he's in one of these buildings. No, you don't see him. He's inside one of the buildings, safe and sound.
Oh, he's in the, okay. If there's a group of these soldiers, Game will just kind of stand behind them, maybe just pretending, holding a mug or something, sort of like, oh, it makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah, does certainly make you think. brings back a lot of memories, a lot of pride in the people of Eglarion. You know, my
Wouldn't you?
great grandfather was part of the army that overthrew the theocracy. We take a lot of pride in that. It's one of the reasons I joined the army.
Yeah. It makes you think you'd rather be protecting the people of Harveston than, well, collecting from them, as it were.
Make a persuasion check.
I wasn't trying to be that talkative. Okay.
Would our performance be able to give him a bardic inspiration?
Yeah, or at least advantage since they're
I
in the
have heroic inspiration, so I'm
Sure,
going to
whatever
immediately
it is.
use that. So let's use the heroic inspiration. Oh, you're kidding me! Oh my god. All right. And I'm gonna add a D10 on top of that from my that ability I have, that fighter ability.
Yep. Like a
I'm
second.
just gonna roll a D10.
Uses a second wind slot, though, doesn't it? Is that the one?
Yeah. So that's, oh, thank God. Okay, so that's a 12. And then can I get a bardic inspiration? Did I hear that?
We were asking if
Oh.
you could get a bardic,
Oh
considering.
no! I gave him
his
advantage, but
Oh, advantage. Oh.
but
Then,
Oh, well, yeah.
then
he
I'll
would
use my
roll-
heroic inspiration to reroll.
Yeah.
So one more roll, and you screw
Just
this
don't
up.
get a 2 or a 1. Literally anything but a 2 or a 1.
Oh, thanks for jinxing me. There we go. All right. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Oh, thank the Lord. I mean, thank the constructor.
Yeah, friend. Yeah, but orders are orders, right? What are you gonna do?
So, well, orders are orders. I mean, nobody, when they rose up, someone had to break, someone had to say no to the orders at some point, didn't they? I mean, I heard it's happening, it might be happening across the kingdom with what's, if you look at what's going on.
Make good points, friends. But at the end of the day, long live the Queen, right?
Oh. What about the people here? They don't seem to. Why are they all here? Where are they running from? I mean, is that what the?
He stands up, towers over you. Unless the next words out of your mouth are anything other than long live the Queen, I'm gonna hang you myself.
Game just nods and keeps his mouth shut and just slowly walks away.
I said the next words out of your mouth need to be long live the Queen. And all of a sudden you find yourself the center of attention, Skane.
All right. This game just turns and just says no.
Okay.
This game says, "Long live the constructor."
Oh.
Long live the king.
What's your armor class, Skane?
My armor class is
20?
20, and I can boost it up to 23 with a. But no, he doesn't have his weapon out, so it's just 20.
How many people are in the tavern?
That's crowded. It's crowded. He takes a swing at you with his spear. It goes well wide.
It's
This game just doesn't draw a weapon. He just just dodges out of the way, and he's just And then he just says again, long live the constructor. Louder this time.
Make an intimidation check.
I'll add a D10 on top of that.
Sure. He comes up right in your face and says, "You better watch your mouth. I've got my eye on you." He turns around and he backs down.
All right. Okay. And what about how do his fellow soldiers react to him? Or is he by himself? Or
You see them pointing at him and laughing. He got you berated him and he didn't respond with any type of panache, thanks to your 14 intimidation roll. So they looked less of him.
okay, all right.
In the meantime,
All right, someone else can have a go now.
In the meantime,
running
Melior says, yo, Renell, maybe it's time for that conversation.
Yeah, like here, or where you... Should we go back to the other...
No, I mean talking to the captain. I mean,
Oh,
we've sung the
okay.
songs, we've got the vagabonds on our side. Mikan has talked to him already. Now perhaps is an opportune time.
All right.
All right, yeah, let's
Shot.
let me go grab what's his name? Oh, before that, Renell and what's her name? Whispering?
Spring winds?
Yeah. Hey, that was awesome.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it?
It was like the coolest thing I've ever done.
It's pretty dope.
Like,
Yeah.
that was really good. Like, I think the three of us can, like, do that. Like, a lot.
Yeah. Are you suggesting we form a band?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, we can come up, we can work on a name. We don't have to hash that out right now, but, you know, I think it'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
Yeah. All right.
I call dibs on security detail.
Sure. But anyways, we're got some stuff. You know, but you know, we got your back if it comes to it out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now that the band is formed, we need to talk. Come on, let's go.
Yeah, let me go. I need to go do the thing really quick. I'll go. Oh, be right back. Hop to the bathroom, and I'll disguise self as the dwarf again.
Oh. Hold on now. Okay, so you watch Melior accompany Yoel and Renell over to the captain's quarters, which is over here. What are the rest of you doing? Like, what's Willow doing?
He's just standing by, just waiting to see if he needs to help at all. But he'll be along with Pinky.
And where is Pinky then? Follow-up question.
Well, Pinky was sitting at the table, nursing the beer that he was about to throw at that guy. He started full attacking him, but now he's just sitting and watching like what's going to happen next, ready to intervene if he needs to.
Like out here type of area?
I'm sorry?
You're over here? I mean, this is where the meeting's going to happen.
Yeah, I'll follow then, but kind of
On the down low.
yeah. Like I since I'm a big guy, I'm trying not to stand out, so I'll kind of like punch back and
And Vixen?
If Heol would, because he transformed back into a guard, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, no, Hyo's Hyo's
So
at the moment, isn't
Heol,
it? Well, just clarify, what does Hole look
Well,
like?
the dwarf, the same dwarf I was talking to that guy
Sure.
as.
Sure, okay.
but a guard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Uncle Vixen will say, "Oh, nephew, just act like you have me chained up, and if shit goes afray, I can bust out and help."
Okay. You guys think that's a good? Should we just bring him in chains? I don't.
You can just leave me at the door
like,
so I can be within
What was our?
earshot.
We were just trying to talk this guy. Like, what was our? We could try to convince him of like just to not.
Just recognize that like the last thing he wants to do is like bully the townsfolk, considering they're outnumbered, and like why. And at the end of the day, like he has more in common with the townsfolk than he does with the queen.
Getting him to flip, in other words.
Right.
Yeah.
Melior says, look, Vixen, you've been wandering around town. I think it's going to look suspicious as all of a sudden you're going to be handcuffed. Maybe you hang back as well.
As long as I'm near the door.
Yeah, I mean, you could wait outside. I just don't really know what bringing you in handcuffs is.
Yeah, it's gonna look suspicious.
I'd rather have
Sort
you
of
not
like-
handcuffed just in case this goes really badly, you know?
Yeah. Plus, it's one of those things is if we're trying to convince him not to be dicks to the townsfolk, we should probably not have like one of the people who look like the townsfolk chained up.
Yeah, maybe keep that in the back pocket for another situation. But
Okay, and Skame, what are you doing?
This game doesn't mind. Let's see. This game will just be in the area, I suppose. He'll be near Pinky. Try to make sure he doesn't drink too much.
That's a natural 20 persuasion to prevent that. All right.
Yeah.
So, one of the guards, he looks at Renal and this dwarven soldier, and Melior wearing the queen's armor. What do you want? Captain's busy.
well, figure maybe we could talk some sense into him.
You better choose your words carefully, bud. Captain's orders are captain's orders. There's no negotiation. You should know that.
None whatsoever. Have you seen these guys out here? These drunk idiots in the tavern?
Nothing wrong
These guys
with...
don't know a longsword from their butthole.
Oh, I think it's best as if you have this conversation with the captain.
Yeah.
Melior, Joel, and Renal come inside, with the soldiers guarding the door. And Prolip says, oh, look, do you deal with these things yourself? I don't pay you guys to bug me with every little concern. What is it?
Well, came to hopefully convince you to. What do we do in here, sir? Sir, with all due respect, we're wasting our time here for?
We're collecting taxes for the glory of the Queen. We don't know what her plans are, but we do know she needs to finance it. Taxes are a part of a functioning society, and if King Waldron Azanar had done this in the first place, we wouldn't have this problem.
I mean, you're not wrong there. Taxes need to be collected, but I mean, look at this place. You really think they're going to have taxes? What are we going to do? Go door to door, just taking 3 gold from these people, couple silver from these people? And then what happens if when you get to the person who doesn't have money, and then what do you got to rough them up? The townsfolk see that, they outnumber us 10 to 1. Look at these guys. The guys over at the tavern, they don't know anything. You think they're going to be good backup if this place turns on us? Like, right, guys?
What are you doing here? Now?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Oh
you
no!
here. What are you doing here?
I'm just one of the concerned townsfolk here, and you know, there's a lot of people out there that are angry right now. Like, look at this rain. The Queen has just been here just to take people's hard-earned money. The taxes are egregious. Nowhere, like way higher than they were under the king. And you can already hear the people sort of just getting angrier and angrier. Yeah, they're bowing their heads down right now, but it's only a matter of time before, like, this is a land of where revolutions happen. You know, like what's her, like, this is Raymond forgetting the name of the saint, the person who did the big rebellion. Who was she?
Dareth.
Yeah.
Oh no, sorry. Sareth broke the moon.
Yeah.
And Arlen the Constructor and the First King defeated the theocracy that followed.
Yeah, this is the land of Arlen the Constructor. You don't think these people have it in them to rebel if they feel like their rights are being trampled on?
Make me a deception check, Ronell, because you're not a villager. This might be important.
Yep. Thankfully, I still have my heroic inspiration, if ever. Yeah, get out of here.
Or maybe. Depends what he rolls. Oops.
Now, I can use heroic inspiration on any die roll, even the other person's.
Let's see what happens. Stat sheet, right? Alright, so 22 deception, and insight is charisma, or is it wisdom? I think it's wisdom.
It's wisdom.
Wisdom.
Unless he rolls a
Can you
natural
let me know
20.
what he... Okay.
He's fine.
I was going to have a cutting words ready.
Alright, you make some interesting points.
Yeah. At the end of the day, sir, and I can only speak for humble townsfolk like myself who don't have much, but what we do have, we try to keep with all our strength. Again, we grew up on tales of Arlen the Constructor. And we know what happens to taxmen and headsmen who do things that are unjust.
And if I may, sir, to add to my earlier points, I didn't enlist to occupy refugee villages and shake down people for their lunch money.
Elliot pipes up and says, they make some interesting points. They are standing up against the Queen. they are standing up for what they think is right, I think what they fail to see is this is the Queen's time. She does not like traitors. She does not like people like that. Melly here brings out his sword and attacks Renal 3 times. First one's going
I'm
to
guessing
be...
I can hear this.
Yeah,
Oh,
can we
no.
hear it?
Let's resolve this and then see what happens next.
Yeah.
Your armor class Renal is 15. First one
Yes, 15.
at advantage. Oops, we'll roll.
Why is it advantage?
Didn't see it coming.
The surprise thing. Okay.
That's 1 hit. It's 2 hits and a natural
What's
20.
can it? Yeah, what's the rolls in case I want to cutting words?
Yeah,
Oh,
I also
net-
have bend luck.
Natural 20, as I
Right.
said. So you can't cutting words that. And a 16 and a dirty 20.
I'll cutting words the 16.
Sure. So what's... let's see the rolls. So 16 and 12. So 2 hits. One of us is a natural 20.
Okay.
So I haven't finished
Malcolm?
yet. Wait. Yep, sorry. Yep.
Well, are we using 2024 rules or original rules for surprise attacks? Because it was really changed in 20.
Yeah, 'cause that's why I was asking. Because 2024 surprise, you just get disadvantage on your initiative.
You don't see this. So...
Okay. I
All
just
of
wanted to bring it up to attention.
Yep. So, after this, we can roll it up. But this comes out of nowhere. No one can stop this. So this is going to happen.
Okay.
Okay. So,
Actually, Malcolm,
yep.
I'm going to use my heroic inspiration to have him re-roll the nat 20.
Let's roll the net 20. 12 plus 7 is 19. So 2 hits.
Oh. All right, that's fine. At least it's
Not a
not
natural 20. So 20 points of damage.
all right.
Plus, he's going to throw in some divine smites, some unholy smites.
Unholy smites.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Another 30 points of damage.
All right, I am out.
Damn.
Everybody can just roll. What's my roll for initiative? It's weird.
Oh my. Oh god, my rolls are horrible.
There we go.
Roll for initiative.
Double checking something.
Yeah, I don't think you can use alert if you're unconscious.
Yep. If can't do it if one or the other is incapacitated. You're right.
Okay, so are you watching horror show as Renella's just cut down and Melier's back arches? His bristles burst out of his armor and his face turns into a snout with a fiery breath inside of it. Turns out Melier was a Werehound Hell Knight.
Melier or Prolip?
Melier.
Melier. Okay.
Yep, he's been tracking you all along, looking for his moment. This is his moment. Okay.
Miller, oh.
Yeah. The guy you rescued from the South Keep.
Yeah. What was it? Nephew prisoner.
Nephew prisoner. Yeah, nephew prisoner.
He definitely has to die now.
So
Yeah.
was it Prolip that attacked right now, or Melier?
No, it was him. It was Melier.
It was Melier.
It was
Okay.
Nephew prisoner.
I think he saw the doubts and stuff, and so he just.
All right. These guys are blocking the door.
Yeah.
And do they look like normal guards or kind of superior guards? Like, are they like a normal like sergeant or like a private, or are they like a sergeant or captain?
It's Captain Prolip, and then everybody else is underneath them, so you don't know.
Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and monk point, focus point. Elemental strikes activated at the start of my turn, and
So this is going to be kind of half theatre of the mind, because if you look at the grid, each square here is 20 feet. So
Oh,
we're
it's
not gonna
20
do,
feet.
want to do strictly, going to be half theatre of the mind. But Vixen, you can close the gap and punch them, no problem.
I got a range of 15 feet, so I'm wondering if I can just punch them from here right now.
Sure.
Okay. So I will. This gentleman here. Yes, we will punch. Sorry, I was checking other stuff. Yeah, punch. Okay. The elements are messing with me, being out in the rain, so let's punch again. Got my bearings now. Because we are out in the elements right now, correct, Malcolm?
Yeah.
Okay, so I
Absolutely.
can't control the elements just perfect. So a 1 is acid. Okay, so this is going to be acid damage. 7 acid damage to this first row here.
7 acid damage? Sure, yeah. Big roundhouse punch.
I'm sorry, 12 total. I rolled a 7 plus 5. Sorry, 12,
Oh.
yeah.
He takes the hit. You're gonna have to do better than that.
Okay, yeah, Vixen heard right now probably scream out in pain from that unholy smite, so he doesn't care who's in his way, so these are all lethal. This is going to be a flurry of blows, so another 2 punches. First
Sure.
punch. 25?
Hits? Yep, hits again.
And another point for stun, so con save DC 14, please.
Con save DC 14. Let's have a look. It's got a +2, so you want a 1 to an 11. Passes.
Okay, that's okay, because he takes 11 cold damage this
Sure.
time.
Sure.
And now my next attack against him, since he failed, my next attack, or the next attack, is at advantage, and his speed is halved until the start of my next turn, which I'll burn for my second flurry of blows attack.
Sure.
At advantage. 17.
17 hits.
Another 6 of 3. Wow, 1, 2, 3. Another 6d5 or another 6 points. This time it's fire damage.
Sure. Well, they got no immunities to anything, so you can roll that if you like.
Oh, okay.
but I
I'll
don't think it's
stop
gonna
doing
matter.
the yeah. Okay. That's it.
Okay, Vixen, punching. Fantastic.
Oh,
Skane.
I'll
yeah.
step forward. Yeah, I'll step forward. Yeah.
So you're right in combat with these guys. Okay.
I didn't realize that every square was 20 feet. Well, would it be okay if Skane was within 30 feet of the door?
I think that's perfectly reasonable. So you can get up there, right next to the guards. The guards are blocking the doorway.
Is it actually a physical door that's closed, or is the doorway open?
The door's closed.
I mean, is it possible for him to move sort of in a way that he could open the door?
Their job is specifically to stop people opening the door, so it's not going to be trivial. That's their job. I mean, you can try and pick one up and throw them to the side. That would give you access to the door.
If I use my bonus action to fly, could I? I'd be willing to risk attacks of opportunity to open the door, because it's an action to open the door, correct?
It's a free action to open the door, but getting access to the
Free
door
action.
is another thing.
It's a free action to open the door. Well, then Scam will move here, and he'll attack the one that
Sure.
that has already been attacked by Vixen. Let's see. Okay, that's a critical hit.
Yeah.
So that is that. So he gets an extra bit of everything. Let's see. He gets an extra D6 for the sneak. Gets an extra D6 for the fight, and an extra D8. So. And then I'll use I'll use one of my dice to do an extra damage as well. So that's an extra.
You'll double it if it's a crit.
Yeah. So that's elemental strike plus another D8. So is this damage sufficient to finish him off?
11, 33 plus 6, 37.
Pat him down.
Scam will finish his movement here. He'll open the door, and then he will. Let's see. He will move. Can he move in? Let's. Boy.
As I said, this is a little fuzzy.
Yeah. So he is going to.
Let's move you for a 6
see.
game and move this guy out the way.
Okay. Let's see, Hyul is next. Okay, Hyul can move out. Yeah, so how about everyone gets out? So what he is going to do then, he is going to attack this fellow next to him.
Sure.
For his next attack. Okay, that's a 14.
Which is a miss.
All right, fair enough. Then he will, let's see, that was my action. I got the free action to open the door. So the door is open now.
Yeah.
And he is going to use a action surge. And then he's going to use that action to cast his telekinetic ability. Let's see. And that allows him to move someone 30 feet. And he's going to use that. He's going to use that to move Rhinell 30 feet past him to here.
Really? You can move someone 30 feet? That's something that they normally will get a strength save, when Rhinell can't.
Oh well, yeah. They can if they're opposed to it, they can have a strength save. So if Rhinell doesn't want to be moved, then she's able, but she doesn't have to.
Oh, Rhinell doesn't have an opinion on the matter.
Technically, it's forced movement, so if that has some, so yeah.
Okay.
Hang on, I'll see if we can find the ability.
Sure.
They hide them here.
Rhinell, though.
I'm just 30 feet away, right? So that's maybe a little too far.
That's too far, yeah, because it's.
Sure, as it is, everything's a bit fuzzy. Rhinell, I need you to type that for me. Without the quote marks, as you're privately rolling me your death saving throw. Okay, noted.
So it's the is a whole block of text, but you have to, let's see.
At the end.
It's at the end. The telekinetic movement.
No, it's like I'm not arguing against it. I'm just saying, like, it's too far away on the map.
Yeah, but I mean that's essentially it's the map's much smaller. So you're 30 feet behind me, so you're basically you're not next to this guy at least.
Yeah.
Out of the building. Okay, and that is bonus action, free action, action. That's game's turn.
I'm gonna have to be a stickler for details here. It says you move an object or a creature with your mind. As a blah 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 blah. The target must blah, 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 or one willing creature. Is Renal willing?
Can it
Yeah.
move objects?
Renal's not an
Yeah, yeah,
object.
yeah. I mean,
We-
I'm not going to say no.
Well,
Well,
that's the point. You can't say
I'm
yes. You
confident.
can't say no. You can't say anything.
Well, it's. Well, I mean, mentally, she's mentally right now. I don't know.
That's
I mean,
good,
how do you ask someone in this game? I mean, do I go? Do I have to send a?
And my
They
point-
can feel that they're being moved.
No, she can't.
I guess it's up to them.
She can't. She's unconscious. She has no say in the matter. She's out.
Okay.
She's lights out.
So then what? Okay, but I can also move an object, a large. So then she's an object, right?
No,
So
she's a
I can
creature.
move an
She's
object.
still alive, so she's not an object. I don't
If
think
she
it's,
dies,
it's
she's an
a-
object.
It's doable.
Well, I could also maybe break this. Is this considered to be a magic action?
As a magic
No,
action, it
that's-
literally says that.
is
Hate to be a stickler, but
possibility.
Action search cannot do magic action.
Oh.
Sorry.
Action surge can only be
What?
swings of the axe.
It's not a magic action. It's a class ability. So that don't have to worry about that. It's not a magic action.
I'll just thought to break the.
Well, no, it legitimately says as
Yeah.
a magic action, though.
As a magic action, choose one target you can see within 30 feet of yourself.
What? Really?
It
Oh, this
is
is maybe the
magic.
new rules. This is the new
Yeah,
rules.
it
then.
is a magic
Okay.
action. So,
Oh.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
sorry.
Oh, well, then I can, okay. Well, that makes it easier. Okay, Renel gets placed back. I can't do that.
Okay.
Let's see.
Skame
Wow,
knows.
they really don't
hold
like
on a
the
sec.
sign warrior, do they?
Skame.
No, fair enough. Okay, well that
Whoa,
means
whoa,
I
whoa,
have.
hold on a sec. Let me say that Skame knows his abilities better than the player knows his abilities. So you don't do telekinetic shove, so you can do something else instead.
Yeah.
It's not like it fails because you know your abilities.
Yeah.
Skame knows his abilities better than you do.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Let's see. Doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doop.
We're going into real lawyering. So you were saying, Pinky, with an action surge, you can only swing your axe, or whatever it is. Is that right?
It says on your turn you can take one additional action except the magic action.
Okay, so you could dash
Yeah,
or
that's-
disengage or something like that. Okay.
Yeah. No, okay,
Yeah.
I didn't realize that they've changed that text thing. 'Cause I
They did,
wasn't
yeah.
familiar with the 24. I guess they added it as a magic action, so I didn't realize that. All right,
Sorry.
fair enough. Let's see. He will. Oh, they really didn't like the Psy Warrior, so they've really. This is another way they've gimped it. That's fair enough. All right. Well, then Skane will move in and he will attack the Werehound Knight, and he will take the. He will not attack. He will not attack this fellow with his second attack. Oh, he's already done that. So okay, that's fair enough. He'll move in and he will attack the Werehound Knight, and with his action surge.
Sure.
Let's
Okay.
see.
Now he's not quite as well armored as with the Hellhound Knights. He doesn't wear the full plate mail armor, but still 17 is not good enough. It's a swing and a miss. You get one. Wow, that one will hit. That one will hit. 11.
Okay,
No,
and
no.
then
No sneak attack damage because that's once per turn, and no fire damage because he's immune. So that's 9 points of damage.
yep, no, fair enough. And that's his turn.
Okay. Renal, I've already had you made your death saving throw, so you can continue
That was okay.
to deal with that.
It was not a nat 20.
No, but that's the one thing we know for sure. Chipper!
Yes. So Chipper is going to go ahead and use its action to dash. So I'll have him move a total of 120 feet to right about there. So he'll be kind of like above the roof a little bit, looking down, and we'll end the turn there.
Okay, so on the roof. Great. Yo! Your good buddy Renal just got smacked. What do you do?
Traitor.
Yeah, I see that. So I'm gonna look to Prolip. Captain, what the fuck's going on? This guy just killed this lady, and now it sounds like our guys are starting fights outside. What do we do? This is fucked.
Sure, you can absolutely try and turn the tide on Prolip, but is this going to take your action? Are you happy to spend an action on this?
Sure.
Prolip
And,
says, look, he did claim they were traitors to the Queen. This is what I was rolling the deception for, Renal, to see if he recognized your description from the wanted poster. But he didn't.
Okay.
Hjol, make a persuasion check.
Last luck point.
Oh,
Oh, that's perception. Hold on.
oh,
The dice rolls are the same, though.
That's fine. 20. Dirty 20. Plus 11.
Oh, plus 11, a dirty 20, yes. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good. Since that's right on the line, I'm going to have you roll a luck check. Roll a d20 and roll 11 or higher.
I'm going to use my heroic inspiration because it's a d20 check.
It is.
Yep.
It is. Yes, it's a dice roll.
It's end roll.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, men. This is not what we signed up for. Yes, there's a process of law here. We have court-martials for a reason. We're not barbarians. There's a process for this. Regardless of whether she's a traitor or the Queen or not, she did not deserve this. Get him, boys. And?
All right.
You stay
And for my bonus action, I'm going to cast Healing Word on Renell.
Hooray. All right.
nice.
Wow. Man, healing spells are so much more busted these days. All right.
This guard comes up to him. Well, that's not the right stats. This one. He's going to swing his longsword. Misses with his longsword. Swings a second time with his longsword. Hits with that. And one hit with his longsword for 11 points of slashing damage to Malair. And he grunts. Philip said, you son of a bitch. And he is going to attack him as well. Brings out a mighty great sword and swings it hard. Oh, rolls a 9. Malair dodges out the way. But the second great sword attack hits for the 22. He takes 14 points of slashing damage. Willow.
Yes. So upon seeing everything breaking down, Willow is going to go ahead and move forward. So he's going to use his action to dash.
Sure.
So he's gonna move to about 60 feet right there, and he's gonna end his turn.
So just running up. Cool.
Yep.
Keep in mind, Prolip's technically inside the building. Malair is inside the building, but sure.
Yeah, no worries. And the front of the building is right over there, right?
Yep. It's crowded
Okay.
in there with a weird map scale, but sure. Okay.
Okay. And then for Willow, for his bonus action, he'll have his Drake move forward. So it is going to use its action to dash as well. So I'll get the Drake right about there and end turn.
Inky.
Okay. I was gonna say I would have been close, but to be fair, I'll start where I am. It's how many feet is here to get to the Milieu?
You're not
Like if
gonna
I go here.
Well, you're running through the door of the thing then. I mean, he's inside this building, just as I said, the scale.
No, I got it. There's a window or anything here.
No. No window there. No.
Okay. All right. Pinky will rush, I guess, to here. Sorry, there's so many people I cannot see how many feet. 65, I think here.
You could dash to get to there.
Yeah. So I'm dashing. So it's 65. My dash is 70. So
Okay.
then I'll get inside. Like if I'm sorry, I just don't want to put on top of people because it's really crowded.
So we'll
is
say,
it
we'll say you're just
is it an
inside
idea
of the
to
building.
maybe
How far would I be from Melier? If I just get inside.
We'll say you're within striking distance of Melier.
Okay, if I'm within striking distance, then I will attack
So you
You'll
dash
strike.
to
using
get over
action.
there.
Using action search.
All right.
Okay, so let's see. 24.
Okay.
14, and then second attack. 20, dirty 20.
Okay.
Another 14.
Creature. Can see text.
How do you want to do this?
Pinky just runs in. He sees, like everybody attacking him, and him looking now as a hellhound. He just the flash of Vidania goes in his mind. His eyes goes red, and he just starts swinging his maul, literally pulverizing the head or face of that creature.
Well, that Malier's plan comes to naught. You guys got him just into time. Guess what he was going to do next?
He's gonna bail.
Breeze, fire.
Was gonna kill right now.
Well, he was going to... Well, let's see. Let's just... For funsies, this is what he was going to do. You guys got to him just in time. Going to swing his longsword at advantage because she's prone. Rolls an 18.
Well, would have been shielded.
Rolls again. Also at advantage. Oops. Rolls again. Rolls a 24, which I don't think you can shield.
Yeah, it would have gone through. Yeah.
I would cut that.
Yeah.
Which would have been a 7.
Yeah.
24 to 17.
Well, his plans
Yeah,
wasn't the
and
best.
that
His plan was, as things turned around, it's unfortunate for him that he rolled so poorly for initiative. He was going to use Ronel as a human shield to get out of there once. But Hjol turned the battle, right, with that persuasion roll.
Yeah.
Otherwise, if Hjol hadn't turned it, he was still going to use Ronel as a bargaining chip, asking you guys to throw down your weapons and surrender to the Queen's forces, and threatening to kill Ronel if it didn't. But his plan came to naught.
This actually works out because I'm going to, as blood dripping from like the wounds that I just took, I'm just going to look at Prolip and be like, look at this monstrosity. We were just talking and he just tried to cut me down. I'm just a nobody. Like, is this the type of people who the Queen trusts?
Yeah, this is the one I signed up for.
And then I'm going to spit. I'm going to spit at the corpse with like just blood. Like it's like just more blood than spit.
Nice.
Says, look, I can understand that guy there. He was going to use you as a human shield. And his plan almost came off, but the quick thinking of your friends protected you. But he did say one thing. He said you were traitors to the Queen. What exactly is he talking about, young lady?
I mean, if being loyal to the king is being a traitor now, then if being loyal to, the likes of Lord Simonder the most honorable man I knew, then yeah, I guess I'm a traitor. What of it?
Also, my family came from a line of king's men. Man was slaughtered on that in that tournament. Never sat right with me. Got out of the city because, well, you know,
Yeah, being a
shaking down poor
Yeah,
people
being-
wasn't
being-
what I signed up for.
being a traitor is just the new word for just being inconvenient. Look at me. Do I look like someone who can fight? Look at these arms. I just got cut down like I was nothing.
Yeah.
I'm a nobody. But
This is
still,
what the queen's about.
But still, just because I say these things, suddenly I'm a traitor.
Nell and Yol, one of you roll at advantage, a persuasion at advantage, please.
I'll do it so that you can bardic me if ever.
Would I have the opportunity to bardic her? All right, yeah, do it. My last one.
And I'm actually going to go ahead and bend luck to add a d4 to that.
So
There you go.
19.
Nice.
And,
Do we get a chance to bardic?
yeah, well, we'll put it this way. 19 makes it, so Bardican for inspiration.
Yeah, just take it anyways. It's cool.
Philip takes a moment. He's pondering things. He ponders if Melior is what the Queen represents. He doesn't like that. And he looks at the people that were inspired by the music, the soldiers who have found their courage once again. He remembers the words of Mikan about how they did not what they signed up with. And he sees also Gren, Whispering Winds, and Morgan standing there ready to do the right thing. And Prolip comes to the center of the town. And he says, "Everybody, can I have your attention? Certain things have been shown to me. Songs have been sung that have remembered people doing the right thing, not the easy thing, but the right thing. I see some of you commoners, peasants that are referred to as. You've got the grit, you've got the calloused hands of one who knows how to wield the sword. All of those things would not convince me. But these two," and he points to Renel and Yol, "had convinced me to take a big slice of humble pie and admit when I was wrong. We will no longer require your taxes. Furthermore, I pledge my unit and myself as now protectors of Harveston. Men, bash your swords against your shields if you're with me. If you're not with me, then I suggest you leave right now. We will not chase you, but if you wish to take the coward's way out, I give you that option." About 75% of his men start bashing their swords. Says, "For the kingdom!" And about 25 of them think maybe their best bet is to serve the Queen. Is that what Vixen
I activate my
says?
wings and chase them. Yes.
I gave them my word no one would chase them. Stand down.
I telekinetically yank Vixen back to the ground.
Yeah. Easy there, Uncle. I'm fine. You did it.
You're okay with that, Doug? To be
You
yanked
don't have
back?
to go. You don't have to go.
Yeah.
crazy
No,
like that.
yeah, I'm okay with that. I won't resist it. Just that's Vixen's rage still from his niece getting cut down. So
Oh, she did. Yeah.
That has probably been the closest I've ever come to dying.
Yeah, it was. Well, I was having Melia in my back pocket there for a while, looking for the right moment, and I felt this was the right moment to reveal his. Almost can't. We rolled an 8 for initiative. Urgh.
Yeah.
I think
Boy.
basically everybody went except him. So everybody went before him rather. So I'm
Yeah.
with the draw.
Oh, the close call. Uh-uh.
All right. Pull-up starts. All right, men. Done some damage here. Let's help out the people as best we can. And the soldiers start coming up and repairing ripped tents, helping bandage infected ones, because there's a lot of infections around in this refugee camp. People have struggled for a long time to get here, so it's messy work, but they get to it. What do you guys do?
Well, I'm going to take a rest because, well, partly because like, if anybody is doing anything, like, I'm still pretending to be like a normal villager, and I don't want to I don't want to make it obvious to Prolip that I'm actually more than I might seem. So I'm just going to, I'm probably going to go to the inn and sing like songs of victory to the or songs of encouragement.
All
And
right.
sort of like,
Yeah,
and I'll,
I think we should all take this rare W that we just got and let's just enjoy the night at the tavern.
yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to act as if my injuries are like a badge of pride, like I survived, and basically just sing songs of patriotism.
Hey, hold on, Renell. We got to get the band back together, says Whispering Winds. Yo, get your hairy ass over here.
Yeah, 1 second. I'll grab three ales.
Yeah. Meanwhile, as we're passing by, it's quick, while we're hyping people up, you guys should probably look for the thingamajig, the thingamajig.
Oh, it's not here, right? We know it's not
Right
here.
here, we have a 20-mile radius. Yeah, we know it's
Yeah.
not here.
Oh, we know it's not here. Okay.
But we can
Yeah,
ask
but-
around, right?
Heel's torque has a 20-mile radius, so one hex within where we're at, he'll get a torque tingle if we have it or not.
Yeah, but we can at least ask
here.
about historical stuff,
Yeah.
Okay, so you
scale
can
per
absolutely
scale.
ask around town, but I want to see the band getting together first. Whispering Wind's going to provide accompaniment. Hjoll's going to bardic, and Renell's going to roll at advantage.
Well, I assume.
Would we have
Whispering
gotten an
is going to-
opportunity for a short rest before our performance?
For the sake of a bardic, yes, you can.
Yeah, I'll dole 2 of those out.
Alright, I'm just
Oh, let's see the performance.
Give me a sec. Because since it was a short rest, I got heroic inspiration back. I know. I'm going to give heroic inspiration to myself and Huel. And who else? Pinky, did you use yours?
Nope. I did not.
Then Uncle, did you use yours?
No, I only had attack roll, so I still have it.
Then who else? Who else doesn't have one?
You're gonna have to give it this game, perhaps.
All right. No, I'm not opposed to giving it to you. I give it this game. All right. All right. So this will be the performance. Pow. That's a 16.
Plus your D8.
Yeah, 1d8. That's a 21, and I'm actually going to bend luck to add another d4 to that. That's a 22.
Yeah, you'll just sitting back and letting the ladies take the lead. Just something quiet.
Vixen's gonna teach the little kids where to punch people in the no-no zone in case the soldiers come back while the performance is going on, like you did right now when she was younger.
Yeah,
Doing
and
the solo
basically the
technique,
song
just a second.
are about.
Give me your shirt.
Who you went to Iron Maiden with?
I went to Iron Maiden with him.
Nice.
Hell
See
yeah.
the video.
You like the show?
Yes, I like the show.
Show me your headbang.
Where did you guys go?
I should have had me.
What's going on?
Malcolm was Iron Maiden in Canada.
Vancouver. I'm not that
Nice.
far away from Vancouver, so was it like a 40-minute
Nice.
drive,
Nice.
something like that, to the concert? Yeah, it's
Oh,
awesome.
that's not bad.
I think I
cool.
probably went to the same tour. We went with my friends. Like I think it was in the beginning, end of the year last year.
Where did you see
Well,
it?
it was in Chicago.
Oh, yeah, well, probably this is part of the league, right? Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Also went to see Metallica. Had to go to Seattle for that, but Seattle's not that far. A few hours
Oh,
drive
nice.
from me, so that was also
Who was opening for you when you went to see them? Was it throat singing guys?
no.
Like Soldier
Hugh.
Car?
No.
Yeah. In Chicago, it was like the sound of like Soldier Car, like throat.
No, it wasn't nothing like
Right.
that. Right, back to more important things. Renell, what was your performance? A 22?
16 plus 6, 22, yes.
It's a great, great song. Not as quite as an inspiration as there was before. Maybe you're still spitting out blood. Affects your
We're winding down
performance.
the night. It's all right.
Yep. Yeah, and they're enjoying it. It's a victory for Harveston. Okay, and I think Skame, you're asking around town. The rest of you asking around town.
Yeah.
What are you
And
asking?
Skame's also looking to see if he can ask those soldiers. You said those ex-soldiers or whatnot, if they might be interested in joining a militia or something like that. If he's passing them by.
The soldiers are
Help
going to
out.
stay here and be inspired by what has happened. They're going to swear to defend Harveston because there is an unusually large amount of people here. Remember I said it's so crowded you just can't move without bumping into people. So he's going to stay and protect.
But there are also those refugees. You said there's a mixture of people who were former soldiers or people who could take care of themselves if they would be interested in also helping out.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Perhaps yeah.
Yep. So they're everybody's banding together in the best possible way, thanks to some good rolls. Okay, and Willow or Pinky or Vixen, anything else you're inquiring about? Skame for that matter?
Pinky
Vixen
is
just-
being. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to ask.
Same thing I was doing, just teaching little kids how to punch.
Sure.
Roughly what day is it?
Oh, it's early afternoon, we'll say.
Okay. If there is some people that are hungry, I'll have Willow start passing out some good berries to some of them.
Nice. Okay. Yep, they question how a simple berry could be so just useless, but they take one and their bellies are full.
So I'll make about 30 of them, and I'll just pass them out to some of them that look like the most hungry, and I'll make sure 30 of them get fed.
Sure. The mood in the town raises yet again. Anything else you guys wish to do?
The mercenary group that we heard about earlier that had raided the tower. Maybe
Heroes of
Skame will
Virtue.
also ask about them, if maybe they've been seen in this area or by anyone.
They haven't come this way. No one recognized them. I mean, keep in mind you saw them at the you heard stories of them at the Arcane Tower, right? That they had got there before you. Apparently, wherever they went, they didn't go in the direction of Harveston.
Okay.
Vixen asking a couple of the newfound mercenary, or I guess soldier. Yeah, the newfound soldiers of the town is going to drag them over to the temple to help unboard it to give some more space for refugees to not be out in this horrible rain.
And someone comes out of hiding. A young cleric called Miss Swinefriend, and she was the cleric of the Temple of the Eternal Mother. So they're opening up the temple again. Absolutely, refugees can stay there. She's been in hiding, and the villagers has passed them from one to the other because the Queen really doesn't like clerics. But she's found. And she opens up the temple and people start worshipping the Eternal Mother again.
Hopefully, this will give blessing to the land. Maybe they can harvest more stuff.
Oh, and maybe we just table. Maybe we should warn everybody about those poppies in case they try to leave Harveston.
What puppies?
The
The
poppy
the
field.
poppy field that like
Oh,
encompassed
right. The evil
Willow
flower-
in
The flower, the evil flower things. Yeah.
Yeah, the evil flowers. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. They take note to avoid it, but at the moment, no one wants to go anywhere. This is some hope in Harveston. All right, anything else?
Nope.
Are you sure?
Mm.
I guess
feel
like
that's something
after
we should be asking.
yeah,
All right. What are we missing here?
Well, I know we do need to talk, ask about that one item that we're looking for.
The torque.
Skame just
Yeah.
asked around about that, I think.
Well, I
And maybe
thought-
about the
yeah.
family. The
I
family,
thought
because
you
it was
guys
connected to a
were asking
family,
about that
right?
already.
So, are they known?
well, I can sense if there's one nearby.
Yeah, it's not
It is
nearby.
not.
So, but the person who it belonged to, do they know anything about that family who originally owned it?
About the
Anybody
Blackbone
here?
family.
You ask around town, and no one has heard of Honorable Blackbone. But they do say, we have a lawgiver here called Harren Blackbone. I'm assuming she's a distant relative of Honorable Blackbone. So I'm sure Honorable Blackbone is actually long dead. But Harren left the town about a year ago to search for information on the Dark Star and the Fallen Angels. She spoke about her plans to travel to an ancient site and searching for an ancient phrase to find. Yeah, I'll just copy that. An ancient place and an ancient phrase to find a particular location. She already had a fascination with the Dark Star and the Fallen Angels. So I can't help you, but she was here about a year ago. And as I said,
okay. All
she
right.
had
Well, that's
yeah, she had fascinations about the angels and the Dark Star and that old time. So, but she was our beloved Red Cloak. We were kind of expecting her back by now. But yeah, if you can find her, please send her home.
any indication about where she may have, which direction, or how she was planning to, or where this ancient place was?
It's a long shot that she
Or
mentioned
ancient
it.
sites. Oh, okay.
So, Skane,
Okay.
roll me a d20 and roll a 16 or higher.
Does Skame have advantage since he was the Red Cloak trainee?
This is just luck.
Still can use heroic inspiration on it.
Oh, I'll use my. Can I use it?
It's a roll.
You can, yeah.
Sure.
All right. Just gonna.
That is not a 16 or higher. Oh, I don't know where she went. I mean,
Okay.
I'll tell you one thing she did talk about a lot, though. I mean, if you know your history as well as I do, says this know-it-all villager, Cloud Peak is significant in the time of the Dark Angels because that's where Sareth cast her great spell to shatter the moon. There is no place more associated with transition, with destruction, with the eventual fall of the Dark Angels than Cloud Peak. I'm not saying she went there, I'm not saying she didn't go there, but that's one place she talked about a lot.
Is that like a pilgrim location or something, or is there something there? that Skame would know about? I mean, considering its importance, or
Well, it's a 14,000 feet peak, and people generally don't go there
oh boy,
because it's 14,000
no.
feet up.
Okay, yeah, all right, that's okay. Well, thank you for the information. We'll keep our eyes and ears open.
Or
Hearing
Vixen?
hearing that Skame doesn't really know who this Red Cloak is, and knowing that Skame was at the main Lawgiver Temple, he's going to give his nephew Skame a little talking to. Oh, nephew, your curiosity gets the better of you, and you need to focus now on what's going on in your peers. You should have known who this person is.
Well,
No. Well, your books can't help you now. Focus on the now.
Skame will just nod in an agreement and hang his head in shame.
Long rest initiated. Drinking, celebrating. Morning comes the next day.
So just after a performance, like when things are winding down, Yol would go up to Whispering Wind. That was very good performance back there. I was very impressed.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what we can all do together in the future.
Yeah, Renelle's totally going to be like, she's like super tired now, and she's going to be like, yeah, that sounds great, but I'm heading to bed, guys. It's been a rough day. All right. Thought I saw my mother there real quick. All right, and then I'm going to go to bed early. I'm going to go to bed early, probably.
I'd love to travel with you, but this is ultimately up to, I'm, at the end of the day, a member of the Uncanny Vagabonds. So I go where Gren goes.
Oh no, of course your priorities with them absolutely, but when we meet back up, absolutely we'll continue inspiring and
Absolutely.
spreading the good vibes.
And
he'll use a.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. What?
So you said he'll use A, then use.
Oh no! I'll let her continue.
Oh well, yes, maybe once this is all over, I mean, the songs we sang, right? The moon was shattered by Sareth, the first king and Arlen the Constructor threw over the theocracy, and one day, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not the next day, but one day the queen is going to be overthrown. And what songs we will sing.
Oh, people won't be able to handle them. Where are you guys heading after this? Do you have any concrete plans? Head back to the city, or?
Grin interjected says, "Oh, we're gonna stay here for a while. I'm gonna look for some allies after that. But we're gonna keep Harveston as our base. I mean, who knows what's happening in Gorso, right there? Lord Gorso is a nutcase. Who knows what's happening over there? Ronald's End, the fishing town. Noble Run, I don't know what's happening there. Nangrath, the city of dwarfs. Are they loyal allies? Dunno. And as for the goblins of Gonshar, that's a whole different question. So I'm going to spend some time filling out the lay of the lands. And we'll go from there. But come back to Harveston when you can, and maybe we can compare notes.
Yeah, I mean, this probably seems like the best place to kind of, establish a little bit of a foothold at least, so.
Oh, we've done
Yeah, we'll
that
probably.
at the very least.
Yeah, thankfully. We'll probably be heading out in the morning, but, we'll definitely stop back when we can.
Of course, The Queen holds all the cards at the moment. But maybe we could rally the people of Harveston, Gorso, Ronald's End, Gonch, or even Nangara. Maybe, just maybe, we'll have a chance against this Queen.
Yeah, I didn't really think so, but after this, it maybe give us a much needed morale boost. But yeah, best of luck. Stay safe.
Yeah, you too. All right.
And then before I go, I'll use prestidigitation to create a little non-magical trinket, and I'll create like a little glass flower from the Feywild, and I'll give it to Whispering Wind,
She nods.
and I'll head on up.
And she's instantly fascinated by it. Okay, guys, so well done. That could have gone a lot of ways, and as I said, I had a plan for Maliera, but the dice god said no to the DM. All right, well, let's take a short break, and then we'll see where you guys head to next. Okay, see you in a bit, guys.
it was where. So maybe not all of them are like that.
All right. Okay.
Like werewolf.
Is back.
Welcome back.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, Malcolm, I will probably head on out a little early. I'm not like I'm starting to get a headache, and I think I need to lie down.
Sure.
So I will talk to you guys. Yeah,
All right,
thanks,
feel
guys.
better.
I feel like
Yeah.
this was like a good stopping point for me to say goodnight, folks.
No, you're good.
Have a good
All right.
night. Feel
Hey,
better.
take care.
Thanks.
Good night.
Thanks. Good session. It was fun. Thank you.
Excellent. So you guys come up with a plan?
Yeah, I think we're gonna head for Cloud Peak.
Yep.
We wanted to see, is there like any kind of market or anything around town to, if we need to stock up on anything?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Yeah. Cloud Peaks.
I mean, normally it's just a farming town, so there'd be farming supplies here, but I assume that's not the type of thing you're looking at.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty-
So I assume this blue line is not, in fact, the way you're going. You're heading pretty much straight north.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if
Is
we
it-
just want to, are we going straight to Cloud Peak or?
Well,
Well,
is there
I
any? Is
Straight-
there anything notable about either Leeward Hills or Blackwood Valley
Yeah.
that we can ask about? So nothing like these are the spooky Blackwoods or the Raiders of Leeward Hills are out there.
Oh no, we don't go into the Blackwood Valley. I mean, that's where the some mass graves are of the Dark Angel's time, and there was a pillar there they used to torture people on. It's a dark place. I wouldn't go there at all.
Sounds like just where she would have went. Let's go.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, the mass graves, they call it the cairns of bone. And the torture thing used to call it the groaning pillar. My suggestion to you, travelers, if you wish to scale the peaks of Cloud Peak, do it from the other side. There is nothing good that'll come from that valley.
Okay, so
I feel like
we'll
that's
not.
I feel like that's the same warning that was given to lawgiver Blacksbone, and maybe we should follow her path.
So not go here.
Oh, man.
Go around. Or
No,
something.
no, go there. Like, I feel like she was given the same information, and she's like, "Oh, I'm all about the Dark Angels. I want to know. I'm going there." I feel like we should go there.
Well, if we go to the cairns of bone, the torque will detect if there's another torque in Blackwood Valley, wouldn't it be?
It's
We
true.
can already
yeah,
do it.
within one hex. Yeah.
So as soon as we go here, we can already clear both of those. As soon as
Yeah.
we move in this hex, we know about all the hexes around it. But it might be interesting to visit those places because we know the queen and her or whatever is behind there has to do with the Dark Angel, right? Because of the so I'd be interested.
No.
Or Spain would be interested.
No,
in
that's
seeing,
not what
I
we.
agree.
we
It would
know
be
about-
interesting, but I'd rather boring right now.
We know about that. It's about the Fey realm with whatever the King Dasmond did to the crown. The Queen has nothing to do with the Dark Angels.
We only fought something that was related to
Because
Dark
we have
Angels.
Simonder's journal that states when Waldron met with King Dasmond blessed the crown. So we have a hinkling that it's the Fey realm, nothing to do with the Dark Angels.
well, we did have the Underdark, or what's it called?
Hello, realm.
The thing over the shield, that sort of that realm where the shield came from, was very strongly connected to those Dark Angels, wasn't it? You had those three statues and
The ziggurat.
the ziggurat and the creature there.
Yeah.
But so I mean, there seems to be some. Or I mean, he doesn't want to go looking for fights, but he would be interested to see if maybe the queen or some, if there's some sort of if they're doing something here, just to see if there's any sort of being changes happening, or I don't know.
Well-
But again, it's a secondary thing.
Well, if we head straight up north, we will detect it, and then we can head northeast, right? So we don't have to go all the way in the mountains.
Yeah. Also,
no,
if this
that was the
lady's
original
missing, she
move
might be like in danger, and like to
as well. Yeah.
mitigate that if
Yeah.
possible.
We
'cause
also
So like
might
whatever we
wanna
think is the best route to get to where she might have gone.
However we go, if we go to the right to the east, we might want to avoid the Azure Bridge because there's that asshole with the little clicky thing to make you stuck in place, and if we're wanted, he might know who we are by now.
Right. So we go here, then we go up there, and then
Yeah, let's just head
whatever.
north and see what if anything vibes and.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
like
guys.
we head
You
north,
might-
something happened. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All right. Well, Skane would then, if we are going north to the Cairns of Borns, he would also like to swing by the Groaning Pillar, just to see if the lady was there, because she may not have the torque, but she might know where it is. Let's say. So
Yeah,
if we could
Vixen's
find
gonna-
her.
Vixen's gonna bop you on the head again. Oh, nephew, too curious again. Stay in the now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, let's just head a couple hours north and see what we see.
Ice on the price, as I say.
So you did learn that Harren Blackbone definitely has an interest in the Dark Angels. She was looking for a location that needed a passphrase and the location itself. That's what effectively she went looking for. You do know the Groaning Pillar and the Cairns of Bone definitely have Dark Angel vibes about them. But ancient history. But you head north. We'll start from there. Skane, roll me a d20. The journey north goes uneventfully, and I'll let you know if it pings. I'll let you know it talks within 20 miles. The talk does not ping.
I'll shake it against my ear. No, no, nothing moves inside this thing. I can't do anything with it.
Put it
I got
in batteries,
nothing.
maybe.
No, there's no hatch. There's
Oh.
nothing. This thing's smooth.
You try heating it.
Yeah, exactly. Turning it on and off again.
No, this thing's like dense.
Well, we can just keep going north and see what happens.
Yeah.
Just to get closer to the Cloud Peak and the Bone Place.
Okay, so you're not going to go to the Groaning Pillar, even though it's Dark Angel related?
I mean,
Well, Skane wants to. He's going to sort of try and move in that direction. But if it's, should we have a vote then? Skane is very much interested.
How far away is it from where we're at?
Wait, it's right here.
It's
20 miles?
It's an extra day. It's a day to get there, and then a day to get there, as opposed to 1 day to get there. So Groaning Pillar is a day out of your way. Or
I mean, if we go here,
whatever you guys think.
It will cover this area, river, so we'll know.
That's true.
I feel like she would have went toward a graveyard, maybe dug up graves to get more information than a torture pillar.
Well, I mean, if it turns out that, well, okay, well, that's just everyone. I mean, we don't know, right? But if it turns out that we have to go to the Groaning Pillar, then we have to track back again. So, but how about we have a vote? I mean, I think there's like 5 of us now, so we could have a vote and go out wherever we go. Fair enough.
So let's go through it. Willow, where do you want to go? Do you want to go to the Groaning Pillar or the Cairns of Bone?
Well, we're not really in a huge rush. I would probably say I'm good to go with going to the Groaning Pillar.
Okay, Vixen, sounds like you want to go to the Cairns of Bone. Hyo.
Honestly, I'm split either way, so I'm just gonna roll.
Sure.
Evens for the tower and odds for the Cairn of Bone. Cairn of Bone.
Okay, so it's 2-1. Cans of bone. Pinky.
Well, roleplay wise, we decided Pinky will go with Uncle Vixen decision, so he just follows Oxnux.
Okay.
Because there's three cases when Uncle Vixen proven to be correct, so he's looking up for him.
And Skame, I assume, wants to go to the groaning pillar. And that's
Indeed.
the vote. Okay. All right. Get myself organized. This is a fun thing about an open world. You've got to be organized. And look at that, I am organized. Okay, let me get you on the map. The Hill, Pinky, not for now. Game.
Sorry, everyone. I wish I had a stronger opinion.
No, it's fine. I mean, that's how it
I
works.
had to let something decide.
I mean, if you're torn, it's the perfect way, right? Where you play a game with dice, let the dice decide.
Yeah. One of my campaigns, that's how I played chaotic character. Because I was rolling for stuff. It was the most fun character.
Yeah, no, I mean, if there's it's pretty legitimate to use dice to make your decisions. So it's well, fair enough. Not a problem.
Yeah. Okay. So, I want to make sure. Okay, so this is what you see as you approach the cairns of bone. Well, you see a lot of bones, if nothing else. There's some massive creature over here. And from what you can tell by various skeletal remains sticking out of it, all these mounds of earth are mass graves. Picture a while to take in the full comprehension of what that means, right? Who knows how many souls are here? But it's a very dark, depressing place.
If we don't mind, I would like to take 10 minutes in ritual cast Speak with Animals, just in case.
Sure.
This is spooky. I thought we were done with spooky.
Nephew's game, see? Plenty for you to jot down and learn here. Uncle was right yet again. Ha 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 ha!
Every location has things to learn from.
Don't be smug now. Respect your elders, young one.
I don't know. I don't think you're that much older than me. Let's see.
In Dragonborn years, I'm 205.
Okay, you win. All right.
You old guys can play back in my day another time. Let's take a look at this place here.
All right.
So Willow's gonna have Chipper fly out in front just to start observing to see if there's any kind of like creatures or any kind of movement happening up ahead of them.
Make me a perception check.
While we're like at the front, any traces of anyone recently being around here? Any tracks, footprints?
Make a survival check. No. Not a lot of people. Well, you don't detect any tracks, and why would anybody want to visit here, right? There's actual bones
Yeah.
half buried sticking out of the ground. It's almost this big mound of earth wasn't enough. Some of them are sticking out the side. It's not pleasant.
And this is just like a misty valley. This isn't like water or...
No, it's mist. It's mist. Yep.
Okay.
And Chipper, you're not sure, but you could have... Maybe there's something moving. You saw two creatures? And that's what you get for an 11. So there's something else moving around here, but it kind of disappears into the mist before Chipper can get a full sight of it.
All right. So Willow will kind of like let everyone else know, saying that there is something that's hiding here in the mist.
Like an animal?
He'll look to you and go, I don't know. It's that there's some movement happening up ahead.
Well, my fists are ready, nephew.
If it's an animal, I might be able to talk to it and just let us investigate or something. And then if all goes
we do pass without trace, just to try and sneak forward a bit.
We could.
Do we think...
I feel like we
we're...
just jump on it, save the spell.
Yeah, we're gonna... There doesn't look to be much room to hide around here, really. If it's an animal, I'll try to talk to it. If not, then let's see what happens, I guess.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Worst case scenario, we'll smash it.
Let's try to...
Nephew Pinky, be respectful. Don't step on the bones of the dead, or else they will curse you.
Oh no.
Difficult. I mean, down here in this kind of this section.
Where was it? Was it down this way or
Dixon
this?
knows it's difficult. He's just trying to mess with like Nephew Pinky, like a scary story that he's going to get cursed. That's all.
Pinky tries to tippy toe.
That's it. He just wanted to see Pinky tippy toe. That's the whole reason.
It's difficult, but Pinky can tippy toe and avoid standing on skeletons. Exposed skeletons, anyway.
Let's see.
This is the way it was, right? This thing you saw.
Can Skame look to see if there's any tracks or any signs of recent, like someone's been investigating here or looking for things like movement of objects or.
Also, firstly, that Chipper. This is where they saw the figures, the two figures, move before disappearing into the mist. And sorry, what were you checking for?
Well, I mean, we're looking for someone who is investigating these sites. So looking to see if, movement of objects, maybe someone's moved a shield out of the mud or footprints or signs of something like that.
Investigation check. Nothing seems disturbed from the look around you have. I mean, no graves have been disturbed. It's more like the graves have been exposed to the elements over time, and some of the mud and stuff that's used to bury them has washed away, but nothing appears to be disturbed.
Is the cave right here?
Cave?
Yeah, this on the looks like there's like a cave entrance here, or is that just like art?
No, that's just art. There's no cave entrance.
Oh,
there.
okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if it was
Are those like hills over here? All of those like more clear areas. Is that hill?
That is a hill, and it's a hill of dead bodies. As I said, mass grave.
Oh.
Is there a way up to here? Is there some sort of like a stairwell somewhere, or?
Yeah, my grappling hook.
Okay.
I take it out and I just start whipping it around.
I'm up there. It's not difficult.
What is this thing right here?
It's a collection of flowers.
It's like a tomb of an angel?
Yeah, so like a fallen angel. And you think for a moment maybe this was a celebration of the victories that the Dark Angels were having for hundreds of years. And then they didn't, so perhaps someone toppled the statue of the Dark Angel. That's where it rests.
Oh, it's the Dark Angel statue. Okay.
Yeah. Vixen, you can scramble up there, but you have to use bones as leverage.
I thought it was Vixen don't care, but I thought it was also with the Hyoul's grappling hook. But yeah, Vixen don't care. He was just trying to scare his nephew Pinky.
Uncle Vixen, you're not supposed to touch bones.
Oh, we forget I'm from a temple. I'm immune to curses.
You're probably going to be on your own. I'm not.
Well, maybe
Pinky,
you should drink
Pinky, look what's under your feet right now.
Ah! He jumps.
Skamela uses his ability to fly up to the top.
Sure.
And he'll look around. He looks down and says, "Pinky, would you like to come up here without having to touch the bones?"
Yes.
Okay. Would you allow me to move you so we can get that?
I'm heavy.
As well, and then Skame will start using his little ability, and some wind will move around you, and he'll use his telekinetic movement ability to move you 30 feet, which I think, if you're a willing creature, should work.
Yeah, I'm willing. He just like.
All right.
As soon as you're up, fixing me. Oh, no, nephew, I'm just messing with you. You can't get cursed for stepping on bones. Oh, 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 oh.
Are you sure?
He'll crunch one underneath his foot.
You're over here.
Well, you're immune.
Skame's like, Skame's like, no. This is a burial ground. I mean, we don't need to. I mean, they're bones, but let's not. These are people that died.
Think where you want me?
Just
where
over
you
here.
want me to plant? Okay.
Just over here. It's fine.
All right.
Safe landing there.
Oof, thank you. That was pretty cool.
You're still probably on bodies, by the way, but.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see where these people are, eh? Or these creatures or animals.
Just for a fraction of a second, as you're dodging bones, you see two creatures who look like this. Like a snake-headed woman with snakes with heads on them, but very large. Why do you come here? The dead hold many secrets, but they are not willing. And they disappear into the mist again before you can get a beat on them.
Hey, lady.
Hey, you guys.
Lady. No, come back.
Do we know anything about these creatures, or what they are, or anything about what the meaning of this?
They seem like beasts. Probably not, right? They just talked. Yeah.
Seems sentient.
You don't need to answer that.
They seem like a snake body with a head on it, is what the token.
We saw that before, didn't we? In the tomb of the.
Oh yeah, in the tomb of the constructor, there was something similar.
There was a man snake down there.
Tomb of what's it? Pinky, you're a man. What's the guy? The
Simonder.
Simonder, yeah, the Guardians, right? The one that's
like
it was the guy in the vault.
Worf. Was it the Worf?
Lord Simonder's tomb.
Yeah.
The
one that opened.
Yep. This creature looks very similar to that creature you saw down in Lord Simonder's tomb. That it's mostly snake, but the head of something. That one had a head of a dwarf. This one has a head of a green lady, I guess. But you know that creature in Lord Simonder's tomb has been there for hundreds of years and has been detecting the tomb of Simonder for all that time. And if you remember, you just had the signet ring, which kind of proved that you were allies and you weren't enemies, so it didn't attack you. But you know their primary job is to guard. So I'll say that's what you learn about these creatures. They're primarily guardians. So that's what you know about them.
Well, we have the torque, right? That would be proof. Would you think that would be proof that we're not here?
Uh,
I don't think so, because our torque is from the
Probably
queen.
not.
Yeah.
We have the
Oh,
queen's
right,
torque.
okay.
Yeah.
So there,
Yeah, okay.
so
I take
so
that
now
back.
there was those two woman snakes, and now there's what looks to be like a body over here. What's going on in this neck of the woods?
Sure. You can go do a medicine check on that body if you like.
Sure. Fuck if I know. Dead. This fucker's dead.
Let me take a look. I killed a few. I might see what's.
No, this I can tell it's dead. You don't have to take a second look.
You're not sure what the cause of death is. There is no obvious sword slashes on or anything. It's very differently dead, and it's also very differently male. So at the very least, you know this isn't Aaron Blackbone.
Is it somewhat recent though, like in the last 10 years or 5 years compared to the rest here?
It's decomposed quite a lot. With Pinky's 11 medicine, could be 6 months, could be a year, somewhere in that range.
Okay. So
It's still ripe. It's still ripe, is what you're saying.
Yeah, but that lady went out for a year ago, right? So this could be one of her compatriots, perhaps, if she didn't go alone.
Did she? I was gonna ask. Did they say? Did she go with the team or by herself?
Yeah,
By
I was
herself.
about to ask this. Oh, by herself. Oh, okay. No.
One of them types. All right. Well,
Is there any reason someone would want to get buried here?
well, she's not buried.
No, this body.
She's kinda
I mean,
laying
this
there.
is new. This is sort of Skame's immediately curious, so that's just his thing.
Say, make me a history check if you like.
See, I have avantage on that. Let's.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh,
nice.
23 is good. 23. There are followers of the Redeemer. Remember Otmir Onamail, before he passed away, he was a follower of the Redeemer, follower of life, of good things, and all those type of things. Every religion, which is true in this world and the true in our actual world, can be perverted and twisted. And some followers of the Redeemer think that life is a resource that needs to be gathered and harvested. So they believe that you have life and you don't deserve it. Not only do you don't deserve it, but they deserve part of your essence. So they go around killing people trying to get their essence. When they pass away, they want to be around the dead. They don't want any funeral, any remembrance. They just want to be around death and dead. And this is suspect what this is. Maybe some of his devout follower friends brought him here and just let him rot. And embrace the death. Because he stole so much, now it's the opposite end. So you think could be some devout follower of the Redeemer, but one who's twisted it all around. And that's the only reason you think someone would want to be buried here, because this is a very dark, depressing place.
Okay. Is a looting of the body a possibility, or is there nothing?
Nothing
of
to
interest
loot.
to see?
Nothing to loot.
Okay.
Just a body.
Yeah. All right. Good.
He was a bad guy, killing people.
Yeah, no, that's for sure.
Should I smash his head?
I think he's
maybe
good.
on our way out.
Okay.
Should we go to this other side before invading those snake ladies' space, or?
Skame would like to use the leaf of was it the leaf, the feather, to cast detect magic. Feather of detection.
I'll let you know if something magical pings, but nothing does.
Okay.
Which gives you maybe a little bit of comfort, because at least there's no necrotic magic happening. Mind you, if you use necromancy to raise a skeleton, for example, the skeleton wouldn't have that school of magic on. The magic's kind of done and gone.
So
Yeah.
where are we going? East or west or no, or south?
Those creatures were over here. Oh, Vixen's already over there. Vixen's already. He's an impatient old man. All right, off we go.
He got no much time.
He's got exactly.
I mean, Vixen doesn't have expertise in medicine, so he don't care about some dead body that's been there for who knows how long.
All right, I guess we're moving west. What are those like lights here? Is this like a fireplace or?
Some magical, just some glowing plant, I guess. Not
Oh,
interest.
okay.
It's not of note. Not important. These two
Okay.
are important. They're up on top of these pillar type of things. We asked you a question. What do you seek? The dead have many secrets, though not all of them are willing to give answers. They kind of slither down a pillar and appear back on one back here, keeping their distance from you. What is it that you seek?
We're just seeking someone that we believe may have possibly passed through here. We don't intend any harm or disrespect. We're just looking to find someone.
We heard you joking and making light of the dead. Why would you do such a thing? Playing
I'm gonna shoot
tricks
like
on-
a shot at the person who did that, like, nephew.
I think he just stands like kind of like straight up, and then his eyes darting like left to right, left to right.
We weren't talking about him. We are
Yeah.
talking to you, Dragonborn. Playing tricks, trying to scare your nephew. The dead might have all the answers but not give any. But they do not take lightly people making light of their situation.
Just my nephew's a drunk and needs to watch his step. He needed to be taught a lesson. I meant no disrespect.
Place of great importance. This is where the souls of those destroyed by the Dark Angels rest. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of people who fall under their cruel reign. And you make light of that.
I make light of nothing. I am from the Temple of the Four Winds. Balance. Balance.
Oh, that is an unusual thing to say. Do you think thousands and thousands of death, those slaughtered by the Dark Angels, where there is a balance? No harm, no foul?
It wasn't unjust until that blasted moon could get blasted so that we could rise up and take back the realm.
You change your words. You said balance and you immediately take it back. Choose your words carefully.
It's like a scale. When one goes too far, then you must add weight. It just finally came humanity's time to add the weight.
Make a persuasion check, Victor. You're making some interesting points.
Yeah, we'll burn a luck for this.
We are not pleased with your disrespect. And they slither back into the shadows.
We have friends of yours. We know you from one of your friends. He was in Lonesome Miners tomb. Same as
You're
you.
not
but-
talking to anybody.
Yeah.
Oh, they gone.
Well,
Yeah,
you can
they
still talk,
left.
you can talk out loud.
Yeah.
Oh.
They had same bodies, but Worf had. You know him.
No response.
Look, please forgive my uncle's disrespect here. Allow me to make it up. Let me play a song in honor of the dead in this place.
Okay. So here's Malcolm. If you want to play a song, sure.
Yeah. I'll pull out the bagpipes and play just like a funeral
Sure.
funeral anthem.
Performance check, obviously, but it's not obvious.
Oh
Performance check.
yeah. I'll use a luck. Ooh, I'm going to use my inspiration.
That's a terrible roll for you.
Yeah. That's much better.
They come back out of the shadows. Yes, that's more appropriate. We guard the dead because the dead deserve respect. We like your tunes. What questions do you ask of us? As you're pondering what questions to ask of them, we're going to pause there, and we'll see what secrets these Naga. That's what they actually are. The same as the other guy. They're spirit Nagas. Guardians. All right, folks. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you next time.